Welcome back. It's time for another edition of LegislatED, where CSBA analyzes some of the major issues in the legislature and in the governor's office that are affecting our California public schools. Here we go. After a busy final week, the legislature closed out the 2023 legislative session just after midnight on September 15th. Of all the legislation passed in the final days of this year's session, 5 bills sponsored by CSBA are among the successful measures that now sit on Governor Gavin Newsom's desk, awaiting final approval. Taken together, this set of CSBA-sponsored legislation would help increase funding for student health, provide immediate relief during the teacher shortage, increase support for districts facing cyber attacks, help county boards appoint student members, and extend the opportunity for boards to meet remotely during states of emergency. Let's take a quick look at the bills that survived the legislative gauntlet to reach the governor's desk. Assembly Bill 1023, Papin, Democrat, San Mateo, would increase cybersecurity support for school districts by requiring the California Cybersecurity Integration Center, otherwise known as Cal-CSIC, to include a representative from the California Department of Education and coordinate information sharing with school districts, county offices of education, and charter schools. It was passed by the legislature on September 6. Senate Bill 765, Portantino, Democrat, Glendale, would provide immediate relief to schools during the teacher shortage by eliminating the 180-day mandatory waiting period and modifying the salary earning cap LEAs must observe before hiring a recently retired teacher. Passed by the legislature on September 7th. AB 483, Muratsuchi, Democrat, Torrance, would expand access to school-based health and mental health services and increase funding for school districts by improving the Medi-Cal Local Education Agency Medi-Cal Billing Option Program. That's a mouthful, but what it means is that the bill modifies and imposes new requirements related to timelines, reporting, technical assistance, stakeholder engagement, and guidance for the Medi-Cal Billing Option Program. It was passed by the legislature on September 14th. Assembly Bill 417, Bennett, Democrat, Ventura, would provide needed follow-up to 2022 legislation that authorized a county board of education to select a student in a district school to fill a position on the county office board reserved for a pupil. In the absence of a petition for student representation, AB 417 would permit a county board to appoint one of its own students from a school directly under its jurisdiction to the position. Passed by the legislature on September 7th. Assembly Bill 557, Hart, Democrat, Santa Barbara, would extend the opportunity for school boards to offer virtual meeting options during states of emergency. Passed by the legislature on September 11th. One other sponsored bill, SB 551, also from Portantino, was placed on the inactive file and will be eligible to return in 2024. Thanks to CSBA advocacy, provisions from this bill, namely the requirement that county mental health boards include public education voices, have been incorporated into SB 326 from Eggman, Democrat from Stockton. This is the vehicle for Governor Newsom's proposed mental and behavioral health system overhaul. The governor now has until October 14th to sign or veto legislation. CSBA will continue to keep members informed on major decisions in the weeks ahead.